Welcome to the show. Got a great episode for you on this one. It's about health and exercise, but we're going to be looking at it from a science perspective. Before we get started, make sure you subscribe to the channel, give us a thumbs up, like our videos, hit the bell so you'll be the first to know when a new episode drops. So, without further ado, 10,000 steps a day isn't backed by science. Here's how much walking to do for overall health. This topic is important as we're now in May. The weather starts to improve. It's getting warm and it's time to get out there after winter. If you're anything like me, walking is your preferred method of transportation. Not only is it accessible and free, but it's low impact and beneficial for your physical and mental health. You've likely heard 10,000 steps a day is the gold standard, but this isn't necessarily true for everyone. Let's dive right in. Logistically speaking, 10,000 steps a day equates to approximately 5 miles, though there may be some variance based on your stride, says Natalia Vasquez, CPT, a certified personal trainer, health coach, and founder of Bridal Bootcamp San Diego. How long it would take you to get in this many steps is also pretty individualized. If you're walking at a moderate pace of approximately 3 miles per hour or 20 minutes per mile, it would take approximately 1 hour and 40 minutes to walk 5 miles. But if you walk at a faster pace of 4 miles per hour or approximately 15 minutes per mile, it would take approximately 1 hour and 15 minutes to walk 5 miles, she explains. Makes sense. But why is 10,000 steps the magic number? The recommendation originated from a Japanese company's 1960s marketing campaign for their pedometer, says Vasquez. The name of their pedometer translated into 10,000 steps, and at the time, there was no research to substantiate the claim. The 10,000 steps was the gold standard, but they simply set a higher bar for their population to encourage healthier behavior, she explains. The translation was actually 10,000 step meter, and WH took a dive into, the 10,000 steps myth, if you're interested in joining us in this rabbit hole. What's not up for debate is that walking is great exercise for anyone with lower body mobility, since it's low impact and can be easily modified with speed and intensity, says Vasquez. It can also promote weight loss efforts and increase muscle definition in your legs. That said, if you're fairly inactive and currently at, let's say, 2,000 steps per day, immediately jumping to 10,000 can be unrealistic and even unsafe. So Vasquez recommends gradually adding steps so your muscles and joints have time to adjust. I've been doing a daily walk myself. I think at the beginning, I managed to walk for maybe 20 minutes before I was fatigued. I'm now able to walk for 2 hours straight at a time. So, gradually increasing is the recommendation. So what are the benefits of 10,000 steps a day? 1, it's low impact. It requires minimal effort to start, and with time, you can increase the intensity of your walks without putting too much stress on your joints, which is especially important as you age. 2, it may reduce the risk of chronic disease. Walking can lower the risk of diabetes, heart disease, high blood pressure, and premature death. It can also decrease the occurrence of obesity, sleep apnea, hypertension, and gastroesophageal reflux disease, or GERD, G-E-R-D. This is per a 2022 study published in Nature Medicine. 3, it could help mitigate lower back pain. Interesting. To a degree, walking strengthens your lower body muscles, including the glutes, hamstrings, quads, and calves, along with your core and lower back. I've definitely noticed much development in muscle in my calves, which is a good thing. So people often forget that any exercise or movement performed in a standing position engages your core, which includes the lower back. And this is why so many people feel relief in their lower back once they start walking consistently. 4, it's accessible. Walking is convenient, so you can do it any place, anytime, regardless of whether you're in workout clothes, a dress, or a suit. You can walk. Plus, you can walk indoors or outdoors depending on the weather. And 5, it can elevate your mood. I've experienced this personally. Walking may help alleviate symptoms of anxiety and depression. So movement helps to release endorphins and serotonin, the hormones that make us feel good. And if you're feeling stressed, anxious, or depressed, walking can help relieve some of those symptoms. So, if you need a midday pick-me-up, take a lap during your lunch break or walk and talk on the phone during a work call. So, how many steps a day is enough? There isn't one universal answer on how many steps a day is enough, because it depends on your ability, your current fitness level, and time constraints. That said, the sweet spot for lowering the risk of disease and premature death is walking between 7,000 to 8,000 steps a day. And anything more than that may plateau benefits, according to a 2023 study out of the University of Grenada. However, other factors like age, physical health, cities' walkability, or access to a treadmill also play a role in determining realistic goals. If you're in a sedentary job and don't move much throughout the day, you'll want to gradually work on increasing your daily steps, she explains. That's one of the things I really liked about getting an Apple Watch, with the hourly reminder to stand and walk around for a minute. A good goal would be to increase your steps by 2,000 to 3,000 from where you're currently at, adjusting every couple of weeks, which will allow time for your body to adjust until you reach the 7,000 to 8,000 range or greater. Another pro tip: break up your step goal throughout the day and go for small 15 to 20 minute walks when possible to make it less daunting. Whether you pace while on a work call, walk your dog around the block, or park further away from the store, get creative with your steps. Now, in terms of accurately tracking your steps throughout the day, Vasquez recommends using the Apple Health app on your iPhone or investing in a simple pedometer. I use the Apple Health app to track my steps. If you want extra bells and whistles, suggest a Garmin, a Fitbit, or an Apple Watch. So, does walking pace matter? When it comes to cardiovascular health, your pace dictates your intensity, light, moderate, or high. When you increase your pace, you increase your intensity, and that can help with lowering the risk of various diseases. The American Heart Association recommends a minimum of 150 minutes of moderate intensity or 75 minutes of high intensity cardio per week, and moving at a quicker pace can help you reach that goal. Walking at a higher intensity and quicker pace also burns more calories and may help you reach weight loss goals faster, in conjunction with a good nutrition plan. Should older people walk the same number of steps? That's interesting. Let's take a look. It's less about age, more about physical ability. If you have the physical strength and mobility to move more, then you should. Don't hesitate to talk to your doctor if you're unsure of a good step count for you. If you're an active individual, regardless of your age, your initial step goal will be lower. But that doesn't mean once you've reached an advanced age, your movement level should be capped in. If physically you have the ability to walk more. This is very important. If you look at the olden days, people walked everywhere, especially farmers, and they were in great shape. till old age. Our sort of new society and sedentary desk jobs have hampered this drastically. Plus, every 500 additional steps a day was associated with a 14% lower risk of heart disease, heart failure, and stroke, a 2023 study found. Fascinating. So if you feel good, listen to your body, talk to a professional if needed, and work your way up to more steps. Is walking 10,000 steps good for weight loss? Let's take a look. The answer is yes. Walking 10,000 steps a day is a great movement goal and can help with weight loss when paired with a balanced diet and calorie deficits. However, walking 10,000 steps alone without making any changes to your diet won't necessarily lead to weight loss. If you eat more calories than you burn, you won't lose weight, which is why movement or steps alone is one piece of weight loss puzzle. It's pretty simple. When you go to sleep at night, if you have a calorie deficit, you lose weight. If you have a calorie surplus, you gain weight. It's not rocket science. If you're on a weight loss journey, it's also key to incorporate strength training, which has a significant impact on your metabolism and fat burning capabilities, studies show. So incorporate resistance training at least 3 days a week. Muscle burns fat, essentially. What happens if you walk 10,000 steps a day for a month? You'll likely feel better both physically and mentally, says Vasquez. Not only does walking boost the happy hormones in your brain to reduce symptoms of anxiety, stress, and depression, but it also lowers the risk of obesity, hypertension, and heart disease, she explains. Who would have thought? Simply walking has so many benefits. So get out there, put on your sneakers, and get walking. That brings us to the end of this episode. Make sure you subscribe to the channel, give us a thumbs up. Helps us know what type of content you enjoy so we can bring you similar topics. Head over to buymeacoffee.com/SamsonKing. And as always, thanks for stopping by, and we'll see you next time.